Hey everyone, my name's Jen. I've been working with energy clearing since 2009. I use my own modality. Some would consider it shamanic. I work with the chakra center mainly and the energy bodies, but I allow the chakra system to guide me to find interferences. I work with many types of interferences, intergalactic interferences, and just your common emotional blocks. I work with energetic languages, which can sound strange, but these energetic languages can really reach the subconscious and help the soul heal on a unique level versus just using regular English language or whatever language that you use to communicate. So this is just part of the work I do with humans and animals. So I have been trying to find a way to offer something free to help people right now. And so this clearing is going to be specifically for animals. I do hands-on and remote work. I hold a space for hands-on typically for traumatized horses or animals that are healing from something really difficult physically and really need a hands-on touch. Otherwise, most of my work is done from a distance. But I recently worked with a really sweet small dog, and she did beautifully with the work. She was really struggling with a lot of toxins. She had taken on a lot of energies from the vet offices that weren't helping her body heal because there's a lot of nervous energy in those situations from people and other animals and even doctors. Her doctor was really nervous about this surgery because it was a pretty big deal and there was a chance that it wouldn't go well. So this dog had picked up on that energy as well. And so in helping her release that and get her energy moving, she was able to start pushing the toxins through from the medications, the emotional toxins. She was able to go to the bathroom. She was walking better almost immediately. So I love seeing such great results like that. But anyway, this is a remote clearing and this will help too. Energy does not really need to be local. But like I said, some touch at times can help when there's a tender situation when it's needed. So I start by using a little bit of some drumming just to get the energy moving. I use a lot of strange sounds to move frequencies because I remove things such as implants and other intergalactic issues. And so you might hear some of that in this clearing. I don't find a lot of that with animals, that's more with people. So let's get started. Now this isn't as a musician, this is just to get some energy moving. So that's what I'm going to start with, and then I'll just let myself be guided in a clearing that will help in a general way for an animal that is healing from a major surgery of some kind, or just a surgery that, you know, is taking some time for them to get over. Getting the energy rolling. I'm just calling through the etheric any animals that might be supported by this, as well as their humans that have concerns, which they do feel in an energetic way. And so we'll release those cords too, because that will help the animals regain strength better. Who need this support right now. Calling the higher self and soul of these animals and their humans. Okay, the first thing I'm seeing is I'm going to be working on their crown chakra. So the crown chakra can bring in a lot of excess energy, I find at times, especially for sensitive people and sensitive animals. They have a very open crown chakra. So if an animal is in a situation where they've had surgery and there's a lot of fear going on due to that, and anxiety, pain of any kind, sometimes they're going to draw that into their crown. So I'm working on the crown chakra right now to get that moving out of the crown. A lot of times when I'm working with animals, I'll just do everything in my mind and use a lot of breathing to move the energy rather than snapping, clapping, and making sounds. I'll use some soft energetic languages, but that's in person because I don't want them to get spooked by any of it. So for this clearing, I'm just going to show a little bit of that. Normally for a distance session, you're going to have all of it. With people, there's a lot more noise to get energies moving. With animals, it's a little gentler, it's a little bit easier, so I don't have to use quite as much force with certain vocal frequencies, sound frequencies. Okay, so now I'm seeing a lot of density coming out of the crown chakra. So this is helping to release other animals' fears that were in the veterinarian's office. That's this first layer I'm seeing. Can be really heavy and dark and hard on the nervous system in the body when it's trying to clear. What I'm doing is I'm moving all of this energy into a white light portal or a purple flame. Whatever I find needs to go into the purple flame. These are kind of energy forms that are getting created just from fear. You call them blockages, but they almost look like little creatures themselves. So getting those moving into the purple flame. Okay, this is some of the energies now I'm releasing. Doctors, nurses, practitioners, they have a really hard job on them, so some stress. We're releasing that out of the crown. Bringing my hands down into the crown and popping it out into the white portal. Let's keep it moving. The purple flame. Okay, now these other energetics I'm seeing that can happen, it's just called these darker frequencies of energies that come in places where there's a lot of fear, such as hospitals. It's because it matches the frequency with some of the fears that are occurring in the anxiety. So we're gonna have a little more force with this one to get this moving. I'm gonna use some energy languages to get these beings to move on into a white or purple portal, whichever they choose. Into the portal. Okay, this just allows more frequencies to move out now. We have layers of these things, so that's moving through now. And more of these, all these just kind of like particles, dusty energy, kind of looks like brown, like a dirty yellow, releasing all those particles into the purple flame. That helped release a lot. Okay, move my hand above the crown chakra, and we're gonna just put some nice, beautiful gold energy in there and allow that crown chakra to spin in a nice, calm, appropriate for each individual's needs in a balanced way. And allow it to be open, but not overly open, where it's drawing in too much like a vacuum that doesn't know how to differentiate what's good and what's not needed. Okay, now I'm moving into the heart chakra. And for the heart chakra, we're just putting a lot of love into any fear that's come up with this situation. With having these medical issues, and we're going to release some cords between It's human and the animal companion. So releasing these cords from the front and the back of the chakra. Some archangels coming in to assist. I also have what I call fairy angels, and they come in and help a lot too, which is really nice. They really like to help with the animal kingdom. So they're going to now bring those cords back to their human with love, bringing it back to their heart, bringing their own energy back to them, but in a beautiful way, so that these animal companions just have their own energies to work with, so they're not really circulating how their humans are feeling and the stress their humans are feeling about their medical circumstances. Okay. Balance the heart chakra. Okay, what I want to do for the human companions is just to send a lot of love to their hearts, to calm and release any feelings of guilt or haven't done something well enough, worry, concern. Let's get that moving out of their heart chakra into the purple flame. A little bit more. Okay. This is all just short energy work here. We can't do a whole lot in one session, but this is a nice general overall way to just do some of these commonalities that happen with these situations. Okay. And I'm seeing just what I call what happens in the back of the chakra sometimes is you get a portal in it. So this happens for different reasons we can't get into right now, but we want to seal that portal in the back of the heart chakra of all the human companions where they've had concerns and worries, feeling like they should have done something differently in the past with their animals. So I'm going to reach into that portal, gold light. I'm going to slowly pull that portal out and release it into a white portal of love and light. And some kind of dusty energies coming out. Move those into white light. Okay, we're going to fill that chakra with pink, beautiful pink, loving light. A little bit more that wants to come out. Okay, pink light in that chakra. Oh, sorry, a little bit more. Wants to continue. These are just like little creature looking things. This stuff is all just very normal. It sounds crazy, but you know, our chakras are like their own little galaxies. Our organs are like their own little galaxies, and they got a lot going on. And some things are good, and some things just don't belong there. Okay, we're going to balance that out. A little bit of gold bubble around all humans involved in these circumstances. And allow them to just take that chakra work in and that release and integrate it with love and understanding and compassion. Now we're back on the animal's heart chakra. We're just going to balance that out. Do a little bit of release in the back of their heart chakra. A lot of times animals' chakras will line up exactly as their humans. They'll empathically take on their patterns and their issues and mirror those back. But as our consciousness is raising, it's not really the job for the animals to do that for us anymore. We're to deal with those things in a different way. Our animals are there to support us, hold space for us, but with autonomy. Into the violet flame. Okay, now we're going to put some beautiful white light through the back of the heart chakra of the animal. And we're moving some gold light in the front. And we're balancing the polarity. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is just because of the toxins, that we have to detox after surgery with the medications and anesthesia. I'm going to just do some work on the sacral area and then down through the root to bring some grounding. So with the sacral, just getting some energy just moving out of the front of the sacral, releasing toxins out of the digestive system that are kind of stuck and moving slow and sluggish. Into the purple flame. Clearing those intestines. Let's put some light all through the lower intestines. Bringing in a purple, beautiful healing purple light through the back of the sacral chakra. And we're going to push things from the back of the chakra through the front and into the violet flame. Do it a third time. I mean a second time now, a third time. I'm going to spin it. In a normal session, I would spend at least, half an hour working on one animal, very specifically to them. But again, these are general issues that will show up. Okay, that chakra's balanced. Now we're just going to go to the root, do some clapping, allowing any anxiety, fear from these circumstances go right into the purple flame between the back hind legs of the animal. I'm just doing some movements to get the meridians moving down their back legs, and a pressure point on the top of their feet to help anchor them back into the earth, grounding into the earth, feeling safe, feeling supported, knowing that they can heal, knowing that they are tenderly being cared for. I'm going to put some beautiful white light up in that root chakra. Now I'm just going to ask for some green light to seal any tears in the auric field that are going on with any of these animals that listen to this session with their humans. Heal and seal anything in the auric field, please. Asking for assistance with the higher self and spirit teams of all these animals to heal anything in the auric seal with green healing light. Let's clap out a little bit. And now, green healing light. Bringing that healing light through the entire auric field. And now let's bring that green light through the root chakra and down the back feet. And let's sweep it down the back tail. And one more time down the tail. And a third time. That helps release some energies. Okay, I'm going to end this here. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. You can reach me at the email and the websites listed below. I hope that this assisted you in some way to understand some of the things that go on energetically in these circumstances. And for any animals out there and human companions that are dealing with healing from a medical issue and a surgery, I wish you the best. And I send you a much calm and compassion and love. Namaste, everyone. Take good care. Bye-bye.